A massive and rapidly intensifying winter storm is now moving across the United States, bringing with it widespread snow, heavy winds, and dangerous travel conditions, and millions of Americans are now under new weather warnings as forecasters track the path of this powerful system. This storm is expected to strengthen over the next 24 to 48 hours, affecting multiple states from the northern plains to the Midwest, the Great Lakes region, and stretching all the way toward the Northeast. Meteorologists warn that this is not a typical winter disturbance, but a high-impact weather system capable of producing significant snowfall, blizzard-like conditions, freezing rain, and brutally cold temperatures. The storm has already begun forming over the central United States, pulling in moisture from the south while mixing with Arctic air from the north. This combination is causing rapid snowfall rates in several regions, with some areas expected to receive more than a foot of snow, while strong winds may create whiteout conditions, making visibility near zero in many locations. Authorities are urging residents in affected regions to stay updated as the National Weather Service continues to issue new warnings, watches, and advisories. Snowfall totals will vary depending on the storm track, but states like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Illinois, and North Dakota are among the first to be hit with heavy snow. Accumulations could exceed expectations in localized areas as bands of intense snowfall develop. Drivers are being warned to avoid unnecessary travel as roads will quickly become slick, icy, and hazardous, with temperatures expected to plunge far below freezing. Any melted snow may rapidly refreeze, creating dangerous conditions for both motorists and pedestrians. Emergency services are preparing for potential power outages caused by strong winds and ice buildup on power lines. Utility companies in several states have already increased staffing levels to quickly respond to outages, as tree branches weighed down by heavy snow and ice could snap and fall onto electrical infrastructure. Wind gusts in some areas may reach 40 to 60 miles per hour, adding to the severity of the storm and increasing the risk of widespread disruptions. This storm is also expected to bring a secondary threat in the form of freezing rain, especially in areas located near the central and eastern parts of the country. Ice accumulation could reach a quarter-inch or more, which is enough to cause dangerously slippery surfaces and damage to power lines and trees. Residents are urged to take precautions ahead of time, stocking up on essentials, charging devices, and preparing for possible loss of heat and electricity. Forecasters note that the storm will continue moving eastward over the next couple of days, spreading snow into Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and parts of New England. Some mountain regions, especially the Appalachians, may see heavy snow combined with strong winds, making travel nearly impossible. Air travel may also be severely affected, as major airports in Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, and New York could experience delays or cancellations. Snow removal crews are gearing up for long, continuous operations as they attempt to keep major highways clear, but blowing snow may quickly cover freshly plowed roads. Local authorities are emphasizing safety, urging people to avoid overexertion while shoveling snow as cold air increases the risk of hypothermia and frostbite. Medical experts remind residents that even short exposure to extreme cold can be dangerous, and that people should bundle up and limit time outdoors. The storm is also expected to impact livestock and agriculture, with freezing temperatures posing risks to crops and animals. Farmers are encouraged to take defensive measures such as providing shelter and ensuring adequate food and water supplies for livestock. Meteorologists say that this storm could be part of a broader pattern of active winter weather driven by large-scale atmospheric shifts. Cold Arctic air is expected to move deeper into the United States in the coming days, leading to another potential round of winter weather after this system passes. Long-range models indicate the possibility of additional storms forming later in the week, although details are still uncertain. Nevertheless, the current system remains the immediate concern, as it has already triggered numerous winter storm warnings, blizzard warnings, and winter weather advisories across the affected states. Schools may close due to hazardous conditions, and many workplaces could shift to remote operations. Local officials urge families to have emergency kits ready containing flashlights, batteries, blankets, water, and non-perishable food. Residents should also check on elderly neighbors and loved ones who may need assistance preparing for the storm. Travelers are being advised to check airline and road conditions before making any plans and consider Postponing non-essential trips, meteorologists highlight that the combination of snowfall, high winds, and freezing temperatures makes this storm especially dangerous because even after the snowfall ends, blowing snow may keep conditions hazardous. For several hours, power outages could become widespread, particularly in areas hit by heavy ice accumulation. Early reports showed tree limbs already breaking under the weight of ice in some regions. The storm's cold front is expected to bring wind chills dropping into the negative teens and 20s across the northern plains and upper Midwest. People are strongly urged to dress in layers, keep extremities covered, and limit exposure during the coldest hours of the night as the storm continues to evolve. The National Weather Service will update warnings and advisories regularly, and residents are encouraged to rely on official weather sources for the latest information. Social media may spread misinformation, so following trusted meteorological alerts is crucial. Emergency managers are prepared to deploy resources and warming shelters if needed, especially for communities vulnerable to extreme cold. Homeless shelters in several cities are increasing capacity to accommodate individuals who may need a warm place to stay. Some local governments have announced precautionary measures, including suspending public transportation in certain areas where conditions become too dangerous for buses and trains to operate safely. Snowplows and road salt crews are working around the clock, but officials warn that during the height of the storm, roads may be impassable and rescue operations may be delayed due to poor visibility. Homeowners are encouraged to clear snow from walkways and roofs carefully, as heavy accumulation can lead to structural damage. Roof collapses, although rare, may occur during intense storms with rapid snow buildup. This storm could also cause flooding concerns once temperatures begin rising in the coming days. Rapid snowmelt combined with rain in some areas may overwhelm drainage systems, particularly in urban environments. State transportation departments are urging drivers to equip their vehicles with emergency kits, including blankets, flashlights, jumper cables, and food in case they become stranded. Authorities emphasize that the safest place during this storm is indoors, and traveling during periods of heavy snow and strong wind should be avoided whenever possible. Forecasters expect the storm to intensify overnight, bringing the worst conditions during the early morning hours when visibility will be at its lowest and wind speeds at their highest. Families are urged to stay together, check news updates frequently, and limit driving for at least the next 24 hours. Meteorologists say they will continue monitoring the storm closely as new data becomes available with each passing hour. Satellite imagery shows a rapidly developing system drawing in significant moisture, which could lead to higher snowfall rates than initially forecasted. Some models indicate localized snowfall bursts exceeding 2 inches per hour, which could quickly overwhelm snow removal capabilities, making roads extremely difficult to navigate. The storm's impact may linger long after the snowfall ends due to cold temperatures and icy conditions. Residents should prepare for several days of winter weather challenges, including slick roads, frozen pipes, and potential disruptions to daily routines. This storm serves as a reminder of how quickly winter weather can escalate and how important it is to stay informed, prepared, and ready for sudden changes in conditions. Experts encourage everyone to take storm warnings seriously, as this winter weather outbreak has the potential to disrupt travel, power services, and daily life across large portions of the United States. With multiple states already under winter storm warnings, this event is expected to be one of the most significant snow events of the season so far. The combination of heavy snowfall, freezing rain, wind gusts, and extreme cold is likely to create a dangerous situation that requires full attention and caution from residents across the affected regions as this massive storm moves forward. Emergency agencies, weather experts, and local authorities will continue working to keep the public informed and protected, urging everyone to take the necessary steps to stay safe, warm, and prepared throughout the duration of this powerful winter storm system, which continues to intensify and spread across the nation, bringing unprecedented winter conditions that demand vigilance, patience, and awareness from all who may be in its path as the winter weather continues to evolve. With new warnings issued and the full extent of the storm still unfolding across the United States,